The leash is off. Something's got to give, as this is more of a horror movie right now than a 2015 conversion hitting the upright. Welcome to On the Ranch, brought to you by Malones, and this time hosted by Morgan instead of Rob, who unfortunately is out on the bench tonight, as is Pistol Pete. So we've got Morgan running the keyboard here. We've got Billy on the video and the big TV.
How you going, everyone?
How are you going?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
We'll just pull that down a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've got a very exciting guest tonight. Hasn't been on for ages. You've been on, what, about, must have been a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, I missed last season.
Yeah, way too long. I don't
Yeah.
know why we haven't got you on since. But we've got Hendo in the house.
Scraping the barrel.
Scraping a barrel. Basically, we did a run around and we rang a few people, and I think it was the 7th or 8th call, Billy, that Hendo picked up, and we went, yeah, let's put him in. Nah, it's not true at all. No. It's been too long, though. It has been too long.
No. Good to be back.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We had a really good Patreon chat. We got 44 minutes in the can tonight, as long as I've actually recorded this properly and it hasn't just disappeared into the internet.
The
So
light's
fingers
red.
crossed. The light's red,
Yeah.
so fingers crossed. I know a bit about computers, but I don't run this thing very much, so we'll see how we go. This will be a bit of a loosey-goosey one tonight, I think, so strap yourself in, listeners. All right, so we've got to get through the little plugs first. So on the ranch, nq.myshopify.com. If you want a beautiful flat cap like Hendo and Billy are wearing, we've also got the beautiful camp style pannikins.
Panikins.
Made
Have you
out
got
of
many of them left? Or have
We'd
you
have to do a
ordered
stock
more?
take, to tell you the truth. I'm not quite across the stock
Yeah.
take. It's more of a Pistol Pete Rob thing.
Yep.
I think we may have a couple floating around. We may have a couple on back order. We may have to get some more made in the factory. They are the world's best enamel, I'm telling you. Sitting around a campfire. I think Pistol's had a few fires lately when he works out how to actually light one. And I believe they are going strong. So get on the ranch, nq.myshopify.com, and pick yourself up a bit of merch. I think we got a bit of extra merch coming soon. I can't say what it is, but we're expanding the range, Hendo. That's what I
Expanding
can
the
say.
range.
We're
I'm
expanding the
excited.
range, okay? So get excited and
Big
we'll
Kev.
plug it. Big Kev. I'll tell you what, I'm excited. RIP, Big Kev. He had a good. Maybe we can get into like the scrub daddy, scrub mummy thing. They seem to be going pretty good.
I have not seen them.
You haven't seen those?
Yeah, they're the
They're
dishwashing
so
things.
popular.
Yeah.
They're
Really?
everywhere. Oh man, they're amazing. They're like
Yep.
they're like a little circular sponge thing. One side's like hard, one
Oh,
side's
it's got
soft.
the face in it?
It's got the face in
Yeah.
it.
It's got the face
You
in
can
it.
put your cutlery in, but also it
Yeah.
goes hard in cold water and it goes soft in warm water. Seriously, we can put a man on the moon.
No,
Maybe
no,
in
we
the
can't.
debatably in the 60s. The next technological revelation of the human race, scrub daddy, and then they brought out the scrub mummies. So what can I say? Okay, so join up on patreon.com. We've got 45 minutes of extra chatter brought to you by Yes PF, Yes Property and Finance. Thank you, Trent. And like, subscribe, and share to one more mate. Go to Spotify, hit the bell, go into your iTunes and hit subscribe. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us a comment only if it's positive, please. All right, so let's get this show underway. What do you want to hit first, boys? We want to
The
discuss
good,
the
the bad, and the
game.
ugly.
The good, is there good? I guess the good is the origin. So
The
let's
good?
hit the
Yep.
origin first. Or do you want to go over bad and then we'll finish on a high? What do you reckon?
Well, we'll talk about Origin because that happened
Origin?
most recently.
Yeah, okay.
And it should raise our spirits a little bit.
All right, so first up, what do you reckon about Perth Stadium, boys? Optus Stadium, what do you reckon?
I'd love to go.
Yeah.
It looks nice, eh?
Yeah.
I've heard it's fantastic. It looks like a really nice stadium.
It's just like it's interesting that they take the game over there, but then again, like it seems to have paid off to the point where they've announced the Perth
Getting
Bears.
the team. Mal Meninga was over there. He was everywhere. You couldn't miss him.
But yeah, I don't mind the idea of it really nowadays, and it'd just be nicer if it was on a bit earlier.
Yeah, that's a tricky
Yeah.
thing. And then you got to realise though, like imagine the time it was actually over in Perth.
Yeah.
So like atmosphere wise, like you're not really at night
It's
time.
6 o'clock. 6
Yeah.
o'clock kickoff over there.
See, that's a bit rough, I reckon.
Mind you, it's
perfect.
10 p.m. kickoff in New Zealand.
That's true. That is true.
So
Yeah.
there's talk of taking one over there.
I reckon that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they deserve it. They
They
stuck
do.
through us with COVID and everything. We'll quickly run through. So we had Hammer with the 2 tries, Munster in the 30th minute, Capewell in the 36th, and for the Blues, we had To'o killing us as he usually does. Crichton in the 56th, To'o again in the 64th. He got a triple, and Crichton in the 71st with the conversions. That was probably the best story of the game, right?
Yeah.
Lomax's conversions.
Well, that's what the only
Lost
thing
it for
that
him.
got us the win.
And he's normally pretty good. He's normally pretty
They
good.
outscored us 5 tries to 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
So
could you say it was a story of two halves?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That old classic.
It was like, I really liked the game, but
Yep.
it was just like, it was a lot more exciting than game one, that's for sure.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the whole watching us try and ruin it for ourselves
Oh, yeah.
for the last
Yeah.
20 minutes was just doing my head in.
How many
well and
errors?
truly.
And I wasn't overly happy with Kalen Ponga's performance either.
I have not been a big Ponga fan for a while in Origin. I must
No.
admit. Like, it's a little bit like DCE,
This is more than likely his last Origin.
Ponga.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
I don't think he plays game 3.
You don't reckon?
I don't know who they're going to throw in before him, but I was less than impressed.
Pretty boy is
Mhm.
getting it.
Yes,
Walsh-
I heard that.
Walshy.
He's getting his
he-
nails ready.
he's getting a bit of match fitness back.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
can understand him not
Mm.
going into game 2 with only 1 week back from injury.
If you're a Bronxo, are you like, don't pick him. Don't pick Reese.
Well, then why did they pick Ezra Mam?
That is a very good point.
I reckon they just done that to ruffle some feathers.
Oh, well and
Oh,
truly.
didn't they?
Yeah.
But
Didn't they?
I think they ruffled more Queensland feathers than New
Yeah.
South Wales.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I don't really understand the Ezra Man pick. Like, it's a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And there's other people we could have slotted in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a bit weird. But then you get that whole thing. We get Ezra and Old Maid in New South Wales. And, like, it made for some good banter.
But they kissed and made up at the end of the game.
Yeah, but then wait till a third game. If they're both in it again, wait till a third game. There was a bit in this game. Like, there was quite a few, pulling the jumpers and all that sort of stuff.
Luai ripped ripped
headgear off.
Headgear off and threw it.
Yeah, I saw that. Just tossed it.
Just
Yep.
tossed it.
He's a dog, eh? I still can't enjoy Luai. I know some people have come around to him a bit since he's changed scenes, but not for me.
No.
I gotta say, I reckon if I had to pick one New South Wales player who I genuinely, as much as he kills us year on year, I genuinely appreciate and think To'o is a bloody good player.
Yeah.
Like, he is so good. I'll never forget when he burnt us. I think it was in Townsville. Didn't he just burn us up here too?
Yeah.
Like, ever since then, I'm like, man, you're a stud.
He's going to be one of the best wingers of this
He's so good.
generation.
Yeah, he's so
Like,
good.
if not the best winger.
He nearly got 100 more run meters than our next best than Cameron Munster,
Yeah.
who was our best in that respect.
And you know what's a little interesting? Because
Unreal.
there's been a trend. I reckon a lot of wingers are getting bigger and bigger and taller, right? But
Yeah.
he's a little shorty, right? And he's better than most of the big guys.
Yeah.
Like, because, it's all about, jumping to the bomb and grabbing the bomb and, you need that height and that jump. But Solo just does it on speed.
Yeah.
Speed and skill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I reckon it was a corker of a game. It was good, though, because we got the two halves. So you had the first half where you're like, this is great. We're kicking them. Like, you
Yeah.
really, really enjoyed just seeing a demolition derby. And then the second half was the excitement. And are we going to make it? Comes down to the last minute. And
then
that was really good too.
That last 6 minutes was
Oh,
wasn't that good?
Just heart and mouth, just going. Oh,
And then, like,
come on.
Yeah.
the set restarts over and over again. And then the
Yeah.
constantly dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Tino had a bit of a fumble hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conditions were terrible though.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
The rain.
And it was 18 degrees and pissing down rain.
Yeah.
And when you can see the rain on the TV, but it's heavy.
You know they've got a filter that filters the rain.
Really?
Yeah.
To actually, like, block
So
it.
you can't see it.
Really?
Yeah. They've got a filter on it.
Wow, that's interesting.
So when you can see it,
It's bucketing.
it's bucketing.
Because I
so,
jumped on the
yeah.
radar a few times to have a look, and I'm like, oh, this is actually like a decent cell sitting on top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a filter
Why would you do a filter?
so you can see the players.
I mean, I guess, but it's kind of taken away from the excitement. Like, you don't see a lot of rain these days, right?
I'm pretty sure they've got the same thing too for when all the sponsorships on the field as well.
Yeah.
So that's all digitally there. Not because it obviously back in the day it was painted on the.
I prefer
on
the
the field.
paint. I don't like
Yeah.
the digital artificial crap they're doing it. Like, I just don't like it. it just doesn't look real, and it's fake, and it always looks perfect.
Yeah, I want
And
to
whenever the Raiders play, it just goes over their green jersey.
Yeah, and you see like the weird little artifacts sometimes. I'm not a fan. Where off topic for a sec, where I really don't like it is Bathurst, because they have all these fake electronic billboards like on the side of a track, and you know it's totally digital, and it just really takes you away from, I think, the race and actually like watching because you got this bright blue billboard, and you're trying to look at the car, and you have this ridiculous digital sign off to the side. Anyway, I don't like it.
There's supercars here in Townsville very soon too.
Yeah, they're starting to set up a track now, right?
Yeah, I think I was actually a little bit worried that I would be a tiny bit late and they wouldn't let me up Boundary
because of
Street.
Boundary. That's really good. But I think it's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I get back from Sydney.
Straight into supercars.
Straight into supercars.
What a life. That sounds nice. We'll come back to Sydney. We'll come back to that. Well, actually, no. I was about to ask, what do you reckon happens in Game 3? Apart from Hendo being there.
Apart from me going down. And glad that it's a decider, not...
Whereabouts are your seats?
Malones Supporters Bay.
Nice.
3 rows from the front.
Oh, man, that'll be wicked.
Yeah, so I'll be on TV.
Do you know whereabouts?
Behind the goalposts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You need to get on the 45 behind the kicker when they're lining up for a conversion from the side. That's the secret.
Yeah, because then you can keep the ball.
That too? Might get a kick and tee?
Oh, man, that'd be so sick. Keeping a ball from an Origin game.
That would be sweet.
I was sitting for the prelim final up here. During all finals matches, you can keep the ball.
Yep.
And we kicked the penalty out. Young fella, second tier, front row, reaches over, catches it, and then just threw it back down to the ball boy, thinking that it was
doing the right thing in his mind.
Doing the right thing in his mind.
Oh, that's rough.
Then he,
Oh, did anyone tell him?
Then Minty goes over the thing, keep the balls.
Oh, no. Did he get it back?
No.
Oh, that's
I would have been yelling at that ball boy, bring that back.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No,
at all.
I mean, he threw it and it hit someone down in the lower tier, and they just kept it.
They just kept it. Smart,
Yeah,
smart
righto.
move. So,
But I'll be in Sydney.
So what do you reckon? We drop Ponga. What changes would you make?
Oh, I don't know enough about footy to know who to put where and where to put who. And
The only thing I can think is Tuolangi coming back in on the wing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Rob Toyer might make way
Uh-huh.
and then push.
Capewell did good. I'd keep him.
Capewell in the centres was
He did
good.
really good.
That might push Hammer back to the centre.
Yep.
Take Hammer off the wing. I think he was on the wing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Val Home, maybe I'm being rough here, but I think Val Holmes had a bit of a quiet game. But he normally scores in Origin, and he didn't really get anywhere near.
Val's been off the
Tailing.
last 2 seasons.
Tailing off a smidgen.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You see, Muzz could go in at winger and Hammer go fullback. That is a possibility.
Oh, and replace Ponga.
Take Ponga out.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I don't hate that idea at all. I reckon it's a great idea.
That is a possibility. But yeah, the rumors and everything's all coming that Ponga's going to New Zealand. So
yeah, okay.
Gonna change allegiance.
Yeah, right.
So that's no more Origin
Okay.
for him.
Oh, look, that probably works out for us anyway. I think he's pretty much at the end of his Origin career. And I mean, he's had a decent run, but I don't think he's been like a standout player in Origin. He's been solid.
Well, wasn't he in our system for a bit there?
Yeah,
he was a Cowboy player.
Yeah.
Come through the under-20s
Yeah.
with Tamalolo and Kikau and all them.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't keep him.
Yeah.
Was it more we couldn't keep him? We didn't have position for him.
We had Lachlan Coote. He was behind Lachlan Coote
and
a couple others.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense for him to go. And look, it worked out for us because he has been a bit injury prone, so it kind of worked out for us anyway. But I remember when he left and went to New Zealand, a lot of people were pretty cranky, saying we couldn't hold on to him, and we weren't sort of looking.
Yeah, he went to the Knights. Yeah,
what did I say? New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
one of the saying, but Knights.
One of the guys where I used to work when he was a diehard Knights fan, and when we lost him to the Knights, he was sitting there going, "Oh, sucked in," and then we watched what happened after that, and we were sat there going, shrugging our shoulders, going, "Oh,
yeah,
good on you."
Kind of worked out a little bit.
That's why you don't make 10-year
contracts.
It's
crazy, some of these long-term contracts. I mean, if I was running a football team, like you just go short. You'd want short contracts on everybody.
Yeah, you'd be doing 3 or 4
3 to
years.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, even 5 years. 5 years is so long.
Yeah,
Unless
shit,
he's like a 19, 20-year-old.
No, more your 22, 23-year-old. I do a 5
You do a 500
because you know that they're
yeah.
up there.
But form can be so tricky though. Like you could sign a
Yeah.
5-year and then all of a sudden a year in, and we've got a couple of these on our team, where all of a sudden they kind of come off the boil a bit, and then you're carrying them for 4 years, you know?
Yeah.
Like we kind of got a couple a little bit like that. We've signed them at the peak and they're like, oh, this is so exciting. Like every week that is killing it. And then we sign them and then they kind of just
Yeah, they take it
They're,
back.
they're playing for their contract. And
Yes.
then they get the contract and they go, righto, I'm good.
You'll never get a player play better than in a contract year, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Chad Townsend.
Yes. Maybe that's the secret. I mean, not good for loyalty, but maybe you just keep everyone in a contract year to year contracts.
Yeah.
But
But then you
would be
can
a
lose
disaster.
them as well.
Exactly. You'd have a lot of turn.
Yeah, like I would have hated to see us lose Nano.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he's definitely one that I think about that got his contract and then took a little bit of a back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although
There's a couple.
it's been a couple of more years now, and I think that he's actually
He's,
really
he's resurging.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
and I'm loving it honestly.
Yeah.
There was at one point where I thought, what the, why did we sign him? And now I'm thinking, I'm so glad we've still got him
Yeah.
because he's been playing. I mean, apart from our halves being completely changed and ruining our team for a few weeks there, it's I'm quite happy with how he's been playing for the majority of the season.
Yeah.
So I reckon Dearden is someone I would be happy to sign to a long-term contract.
Yeah.
Out of our current playing stocks, I think I'd go
I
Dearden.
think he is. I think we just re-signed him last year, didn't we?
Yeah, I think he's on a pretty good one.
4 years.
I'd be happy to go 5-6 years with Dearden.
Yeah.
I can't think of too many others that go 5 or 6 years, but I reckon Dearden, I think there's still a lot of upside on him. And he's just the kind of player where I think you get everything he's got every week.
Yeah.
Like he just seems to turn up every single week. He backed up from Origin, played his heart out. Every week he plays his heart out.
2029.
Even if our team's not going great that day, you can almost guarantee that Dearden's going to be out there until the 80th minute playing his heart
He's a
out.
competitor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 2029, that's a winner.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy with that. I'd give Dearden even more, I reckon, but
Yeah.
probably him, just him. Anything else you guys want to add to the State of Origin?
No, bring on game 3.
Bring on game
Yeah.
3?
And wipe these losers out so we don't have to listen to all the bullshit until next year.
Dynasty.
Yeah,
exactly.
The one season dynasty.
Like I wasn't sure if it could be done, and then we won game 2, and now I'm just sitting there going, "Come on, this is it. This is how we do it. This is
And winning in New South Wales.
the shit.
Beat them in
good.
Sydney.
The worst team ever has beaten them before. So
Yeah. Well, we've never travelled twice and won twice
Ever.
to win a season,
Really?
to win a series.
Win
No.
a series. Okay.
So-
I think we always play pretty good in Sydney. Like
Yeah.
it's not like we fall to pieces. Like they
No.
tend to fall to pieces up in I want to say Lang Park just because I like the sound of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Origin at Lang Park.
Predictions? Anyone want to do a prediction on a score? We'll deep dive into this probably another episode, but I'll hand it to you.
I reckon at halftime. I reckon Queensland will be 4 tries ahead, and then we'll
Okay.
be another nail biter
Yeah.
going into it. Well, it has to be.
I do like a nail biter
Yeah.
when we're defending
Well,
the line.
I like a nail biter as long as we win.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Queensland have to be in front
At the half.
at halftime
Yep.
for us to have any chance of winning.
So you reckon that we're more of a start
Yeah.
good side and they like to come back a bit, which is
Yeah.
completely different to our normal. And they
To
mentioned this on the
usually,
commentary.
yeah.
Normally it's Queensland who does the big comebacks.
Yeah. And usually Cowboys have a good second half.
That's true. That's true. That's true. We don't start good, the old Cowboys. We tend to be a little leaky in the first minute and a half, which probably takes us nicely to the Cowboys game if we want to quickly go over that.
Quickly.
It's 42-8. Roosters got up at Allianz Stadium in Sydney. Attendance 21,000, which is pretty normal for that stadium. Let's see. Cowboys. Braden Burns scored in the 29th minute. Nice return properly for him. and Muzz in the 64th. And that's about all she wrote for the Cowboys.
Yep.
What
No
is your
conversions?
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. I'm like, no conversions, no nothing. Like, this is not exciting. Sandon Smith slotted 5 from 8, which just kind of shows you the day they were having getting 8 tries on us.
Yep.
What do we think about that game?
Well, in the last 2 weeks, we're down 100 points.
I know, it's brutal. The last 3 weeks is even worse.
It's like
138.
Yep,
yeah.
that is brutal.
Listening to that on Bloke in a Bar on the way to the pod today, it's just, and even those guys are sitting there just going,
I think our for and against was like -8 going into 3 weeks ago, and now we're at -48.
Oh, I hate to look at it now. Where do we fix it, boys? What do you reckon?
The worst
defense? Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, it's the worst for and against in.
Yeah. And that does tend to be a bit of a Cowboys thing. Some seasons we do have a bit of a leaky defense, but why? Can you see any reason why we're so bad on defense?
No.
Is it just like a lack of effort?
It completely effort.
Yep.
Just players not trusting their inside.
Yep.
A lot of those tries were around the out. Like, you look at the people who scored. It's all edge, pretty much all edges. It was kicks.
We'll run through it. We got Lindsay Collins in the 4th, Billy Smith, Connor Watson, Billy Smith, Mark, good old Mark. I'll go with
Marky
Mark. Mark, James DeTesco, Daniel Tupou, and Mark again the 73rd minute.
That Lindsay Smith try to start, that was he just strolled over straight through the middle.
A lot of our tries against us are strolled over. They did it up in the stadium the week before. There's just a huge gap, and they literally just walk in.
Yeah. Just effort, 100% to choice.
But it's attitude too. And defense is always built on the attitude, like how bad you want to win or how bad you want to keep them out. Like it shows us that they don't really want it that bad.
And I've been saying this like a broken record for a couple of years. I reckon our defense has been particularly bad ever since we lost
Gilbert and when we lost Dean Young.
Yeah. Yep.
Like our coach, he was the defensive coach. In 22.
Yep.
When we went to the prelim.
And it all kind of started to get a bit gravelly after that. So is it people playing out of position? Like, are you seeing people, because you play, I don't actually play, you actively play, so you know better than me. Do you actually see people out of position or like in the wrong spots, or is it just they're not covering their man, or?
No, I don't see them out of position.
Yep.
I do see them, not making a read or making the wrong read.
Is it confusion, or is it because the attacking team has done a play that's tricked them? You
have your players both inside and outside you, and whatever you do is governed by what they do. So you're in the line. So say there's a block play coming across.
Yep.
Your inside man has to be on that. You have to trust your inside, and if you don't trust your inside, then you go back and don't release off your player,
and then everyone.
And then there's the overlap, and so if they get a pass away, then you're just straight around your stuff, straight on.
Yeah, right.
So it's stripping numbers, and like our attack is so one-dimensional at the moment.
Yeah,
like it's just you can see it's as if we've only got 3 shapes.
Yep,
and three different attacks, and that's it.
So what is your opinion on that? Do you think that is because, there's a bit of noise around Payton. We love Payton, don't get me wrong. But there's a bit of noise around him, noise around the team. Do you think that's a coaching thing, a player thing, just a strategy thing? What do you reckon?
Well, you can't see him coaching that team to play like that. You know what I mean?
No, you wouldn't think so.
No, it just... No.
And I believe he's a good coach. I fundamentally think he's a good coach. But something's not happening on the park.
Not being in there, you don't know what's happening in the group, but it is a coaching thing. But then we've also got extremely young like
We do have some young
playmakers.
players for sure. Yeah, 100%.
So Dearden,
Yep. He's
primarily
pretty
he used to be a 5'8".
Yep.
So he never used he had Chad as number 7, calling the shots, making everything, directing where to go, and now he has moved into that role.
That's true.
So this is his first year as a number 7.
Yep.
And then he's also Clifford. He had Clifford.
I'm a big Clifford fan. Would you bring Clifford in?
Well,
he's named, but would you bring him in? Or would you think leave him out?
Purdue has gone quiet as a number 6.
Yep.
But that's more the position he's in rather than him as a player. I know the boys were off Clifford. That's why he was dropped in the first place. He wasn't doing his job.
Which is a bit rough. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a Clifford fan, no doubt about it. But
yeah, which is why you would see Bateman doing the crab walk a lot, just running side to side.
Yep.
Because he didn't know what was happening outside him or where he was going.
Yeah,
so which is what Clifford was organising that side.
Wasn't quite organising.
So he wasn't talking.
Wasn't his key strength.
Yeah. So giving him a few weeks in Q Cup
to get his vocal cords back.
Yeah.
Yep. I get what you're picking. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So that's why it was dropped to start with. So it was like the boys were off him because the boys didn't know what to do.
Yeah, he was causing a few issues in the team. Now, offensive or defensive, or both?
I'd say a bit of both.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, mostly defensive.
I mean, we do have seen young boys. I mean, we've got Derby, and I'm a big pro Derby fan, which is probably going to get me
Kentucky
blamed on the internet for this, but I still think Rob Derby is the future.
Yeah.
So he could be a bit like my East End Masters, where I went down swinging for him, and then it got to a point where I'm like, I can't defend him anymore. But I'm still a Derby fan. We got Jackson, Purdue, Labour. We got some pretty young boys coming through.
Yeah, we've got a really young squad.
Yeah,
we got a really young squad.
Yep,
and we don't
time.
have
Duffy.
a lot in the older players in the leadership group.
Yep, yep. We got a few.
We got Macca.
Yeah, Macca. Hesse?
Malolo.
Would you put Hesse in there?
Hesse's
a pretty old head.
Hesse's in there.
Tomalolo when he's playing.
Lolo when he's playing.
We've
missed him. We have missed him quite a lot.
I have been guilty of being a little bit of a Tomalolo doubter on here, but I think we do miss him when he's not out there. Even if it's just his leadership.
Our forward pack at the moment we don't have the depth in the forwards at all.
Yeah.
To lose a player with his caliber.
And we don't have any big boys.
No.
We're a pretty small pack.
Yeah.
Because Clifford's, we've been sort of toying between Clifford and Dearden in the 7. Does that really show us that we don't have as much depth in that position as we'd like to?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not as much. We've got the depth. We've got a few of the young guys coming through.
I suppose that
Purdue
we've got depth. It's just that those players don't have enough experience.
The experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not enough time actually playing first grade. And
Yeah.
This might be a perfect time. I'm going to play. We've got a speak pipe. Thank you to Sean. So we'll quickly play this because I think it is relevant a little bit to the player discussion we are talking about now.
We've got 1,000 back.
That didn't quite go to plan. Even though it was queued up on 0, we will have another crack at that.
1,000.
Oh, it's really making me work for it. Okay, let's give this another crack here.
Come on, Dolly.
We're going to have to get this edited out in post. Let me just try this again. It says it's on 0 and you hit play and all of a sudden it's 40 seconds.
Yeah, good day, mates. It's Sean here from. I'm up in North Queensland, but originally I'm from the Scottish Highlands. I just wanted to leave you as a message and ask you a question. I'm a long time listener, but I want to get your opinion on this whole Selwyn Cobbo thing. I don't understand it. Why would we have another one from Southeast Queensland, the tyranny of Southeast Queensland? when you could have someone who has grown up sampling the soil of North Queensland. Like this kind of person, I don't know. I don't see where they fit within the team. We've got 1,000 backs. We've got 1,000 centres. And here they want to get someone from Southeast Queensland again. I don't understand it. I really hope we don't sign Selwyn Cobbo, and I'm gonna protest if we do. I say we all go down there, paint our faces blue and white, and just say they'll never take our centres. I don't know. What do you think?
That is awesome. Thank you, Sean, for the SpeakPipe. That is speakpipe.com/Onga Ranch. If you want to leave us a voicemail, please get on there and send them some messages. So what do you reckon? Selwyn Cobbo, boys, what do you reckon?
I can't see him coming.
No?
No. I think it's more drummed up from managers and media.
Trying to get a bit of a bigger contract down there, just saying, hey, look, there's another team on the bite.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see that. That. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I think there's other positions we could be getting people into play.
Yeah.
than Cobbo, I reckon. I reckon we've got a few. I think Sean's got something.
Yeah, we need, obviously with Robson going next year,
Yep.
we need a 9.
That's really going to hurt us too, I reckon.
Yeah, well and truly.
What
He's
is our
our best
plan?
defender.
Oh, he's a machine out there.
Yeah.
He's an absolute machine. I reckon, and he was good in Origin too. Like you could see him out on the field. What is our plan for when Robbo leaves?
No idea.
You gonna lace up the boots, Hendo?
No, I'm not a hooker.
Oh, I reckon you could give
I
it a crack.
I charge too much.
I reckon you give it a red hot crack.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's been talk of obviously Reid Mahoney.
Cowboys have been linked to quite a few people lately.
Yeah. There's been a few boys come up and had interviews. But yeah, there's a few decent number 9s going around, but obviously not Reece Robson caliber.
Yep.
And yeah, we need that and at least 2 forwards. So
yeah, I think forwards is what we're after.
Yeah,
and also
that's
think
where
about
we're lacking.
Yeah, I reckon too. And I mean, Tom Malolo's not playing a heap of minutes, and we're kind of missing having a big forward out there. So yeah, we definitely need to do something.
That's got nothing. No knock on Macca. Like this is probably going to be his last year. I'm not sure if he's.
Good question.
We should look up
next year. Is Macca signed? I think he's underrated.
Yeah,
I think he's overlooked.
Yeah,
I know. I particularly probably I'm guilty of this, overlooking him when we do 3-2-1s.
Yeah,
because he just turns up and does his job day in, day out. You know, he hasn't got some amazing line break where all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, look at this. He just gets in there, he does his hit ups, he busts a run, and away he goes.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got an update on Macca's contract here. A 1-year deal for 2025 is what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Billy, you want to elaborate on that?
So yeah, end of this year.
33-year-old. I reckon he could go around again. I reckon we could get another season out of him.
Yeah, we really need. Yeah, he'd probably come more of that bench forward, like Scotty Bolton sort of role. If he keeps playing on, I've heard otherwise, but yeah.
Oh,
I think it's his last year.
You have got the good news. I'm tipping it might be his last year, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy, I reckon it might be his last year.
Yeah, that'll really suck because I like his style of play and I like it.
He's been amazing for the club.
Yeah,
137 caps for us. I mean, that's a decent amount.
Plus, when you notice that whenever he gets tackled, he never ends up on his back. He's always gets straight down to his knee. Like he's
play the ball.
Yeah, not that game on the weekend, but the game before. Is one of my little datum points of a game is Macca's average play the ball speed. And I haven't looked at it for the last game, but the game before was 3.44 seconds, and he's always sub 3.
Yeah,
it just shows you like something's not right.
That's true. That's a good stat.
But yeah, he's always
sub 3 is phenomenal.
Random stats guy. Make sure you don't steal that stat. That's ours. That's an Onga Ranch. That's the Onga Ranch Billy stat. Do we want to go through the team list for next week against the Titans?
Sure.
All right, I'm a little nervous about some of these names, but we'll give it a crack, and feel free to correct me if I go wrong. So we've got for the Titans, we've got AJ Brimson, we've got Khan Piera, Fafita, Philip Sammy, Alan Fitzgibbon, Kieran Foran, Tom Weaver, Mawiki
Fodawaker.
Putawaka.
Fodawaker.
Moeka. Sam Verrills.
Yep.
RGS, Regan Campbell Gillard. I'm pretty confident on that one. Chris Randall.
Where's the S?
What did I say? Regans. Did I say Regans?
You said RGS.
Oh, I meant
RCG.
RCG. Sorry, I was getting prepared for another name. I'm getting nervous about up here. Chris Randall. I'm pretty sure I got that one. Bo Fermor.
Yep.
I was going to say wrong just to stir you up. And Tino.
Tino.
Do you want to give us a crack?
Fasua Malawi.
Fasua Ala
Malawi.
Ali. And the interchange, we've got Jacob Alik Winyek.
Yeah, never heard of him
I
before.
balls that up. Jamin Joliffe.
Jolliffe. Jamin Jolliffe.
And do you want to finish these two off here, Hendo? 16 and 17 on the interchange.
Khalees Haas.
Thank you.
And
Isaac
Fasua Malawi.
Is he
the brother?
Is he a brother? He's got to be. They look alike. I mean, excluding the hair. But there's no way they can't be brothers, right? Like, they
No, the
surely
brothers
have
or
to be.
cousins?
While Billy looks that up, I'm going to go over Cowboys. We got number 1, Scott Drinkwater, Robert Derby, Jackson Purdue, Zach Labour, Murray Talagi, Jake Clifford is number 6. Thank God I'm still backing Cliff Owen. Tom Dearden, Jordan McLean, Reese Robson, Sam McIntyre, John Bateman, you can't miss him out on the park, Jeremiah, I always stuff this up. I always say Nanai, but Nane. Ruben Calder, Harrison Edwards, Thomas McKaylee, Griffin Neem, Cohen Hess, Tom Duffy, Caden Lars, Kai O'Donnell, Braden Burns, and here we go, Marley Bidungane, I'm going to go with, is the reserve 22. So we're playing Titans in Gold Coast. Ground conditions, good weather, should be fine. Round 17, Sunday, the 29th of June. What do you reckon about this game, boys?
No, surely this is the one we win.
We lose the ones. Every time I say this is the one we got to win, we lose it. So that doesn't give me a lot of confidence.
We've gone back to our winning formula prior to the halves change.
Yeah, yep.
So hopefully that does something for us.
Bringing Cotter and Robson back in is huge.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Yep.
Like you've been saying with the forward pack, if we're using our depth in our forwards and we're struggling for forwards as it is, seeing them back on the field is really good to see.
Well, they'd be our biggest tackle.
Oh yeah,
they'd have our highest tackle count in the middle.
Yeah, we're a different team without Cotter.
Yeah,
we're such a different team. We're slower. We're just not so physical, and we don't have that real aggression and go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested to see. I think Viella is injured.
He's not in the team.
Yeah, he's injured, so that's why Purdue's going to the centres,
which is a bit of a shame. I think he's been quite good the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purdue has been good.
Yep.
He's been doing the job at 6.
Mm-hmm.
He's just needs to do it better.
I reckon
get more experience.
The key of this game, I reckon we need old Rob Derby to stand up.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby. Down the straight they come.
Is it Derby or is it Derby?
Oh, well, it's probably Derby, but I keep saying Derby.
Get the greasy fingers off. Stop.
Yeah. And I'm going to put that down to nerves. I mean, I remember he had a cracker game a couple of weeks ago. And let's go back a month or two. But he was amazing. And he just needs to rediscover that form. And then it gives us another attacking option. Like, it really changes our offensive line, I reckon.
Yeah. He had that shocker where he dropped the ball so much.
Yes. That wasn't great.
Yeah.
But you lose confidence. He's
gone into his shell a little bit with that.
And that's fair enough. I mean, he got roasted online.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not reading it, but I understand that. But
no, he doesn't deserve it.
But then the next week, I think he came out.
Yeah, he came out and did the 3.
Good.
He got the triple.
Exactly. So,
week after.
Clearly he's got the skill. I reckon I'm backing him in. He's got a bit of height. He can catch the ball. I reckon he's going to be good.
Who is he? I don't have that.
What are you chasing here?
I was just going to see who he's marking up against, but
He's up against. Well, hang on. He's probably not against.
Well,
He'll be against Fitzgibbon.
Fitzgibbon? Yeah, righto.
Yep. Opposition winger should be Fitzgibbon, and then Muzz will be against Campiero.
Yeah, righto.
Yep. So I reckon. What do you reckon? I reckon it's a decent fit.
Yeah, that'll be a good. I haven't seen a lot of the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran Foran coming back in for them, actually starting at 6.
Yep,
going to be interesting.
Yep. Tom Weaver in halfback.
Yep, he's been playing well.
Jaden Campbell is their only out for this week.
That's a big out for them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think he's been playing 6 for them. I think.
Who? Sorry.
Jaden Campbell.
Oh, Jaden Campbell. Yeah, I think.
So he's been 6 and Foran's been there. 14 off the bench. So that's why Foran comes in.
I reckon we got a pretty good shot. I mean, Sportsbet's given us as the favourites here, $1.65 to the Titans, $2.25.
Yeah.
Well, the Titans have been pretty shocking too.
Yeah. They have been.
I think our for and against is only different by 2.
That's
theirs.
It's almost a spoon bowl.
A spoon bowl. Yeah. Oh, the dreaded spoon bowl. That's never good. I mean,
only thing the Cowboys have got going for them is they're on odd competition points.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, hopefully we get a win. Unfortunately, the Titans are below us, so it's probably not going to make a huge difference for our Cowboy climb up into the 8th spot. We need a couple people to lose. Like, how are the Eagles above us? Seriously, the Seagulls? Dud team.
Yeah, such a blah team.
It really is. I mean, when the Eagles...
It's not like they've beaten us twice this year.
Yeah, I know. It's sad, isn't it? It is sad.
I hate that so much.
Yep. All right, so we'll move on to the 3-2-1s. I'll read out Rob and Pistols if you want, and then Hendo, Billy, if you want to do yours.
I don't have one.
You don't have one? All right, so we'll start with Rob because it probably makes more sense than Pistols. Rob has given 3 points to Hess, the only one with some go forward. 2 to Lawton. Not too shabby service, but to be fair, sometimes I'm not sure if it's Lawton, McIntyre, or Hess because they all have the same haircut now. Fair point. Fair point. We've gone from the long mullets to the short crew cuts. 1 point to Dearden. He's everywhere and gives 100%. There's just no one around to help him, which is, you know, a pretty fair comment. Yep. Pistols gone Muzz for 3 points, 277 run meters a try. What is this? Must run meters by a player. Most run meters by a player in round 16. Great spelling, Pistol. He's gone 2 points to Hess. As Rob said, only bloke in the forwards that says follow me. And number 1 point, Dearden. He just never quits, which I can't argue with because I've basically copied their 3-2-1s. I've gone Hess for 3 points, Bateman for 2, and I've gone Dearden for 1 point. Over to you, Hendo. You have a 3-2-1 you want to contribute?
I do have a 3-2-1. I've gone Bateman for 1. I went Muzz for 2, Dearden for 3.
Excellent. No, that sounds good. I fairly agree with most of those. I could have easily given Muzz a point, but I try not to give wingers too many points for scoring the tries. I try and recognise the play that happened to get them a ball.
Yeah.
So otherwise I can be, because I used to give Felty quite a few for scoring.
I was just sitting here looking at you thinking,
Yeah, old Felty. I was a bit liable for giving Felty points. Yeah. I mean, is still my favourite Cowboys player ever.
Yeah, the only thing I would have changed was Hessen for Bateman.
Yep.
Like Bateman made more tackles. He had the highest tackle count, but he also missed 8.
Yeah, right.
So he had the highest missed tackle.
You got to give him a shot to miss him. Yeah. Though, hey. And Hendo, you have a little interesting note about one of the refs in the game coming up ahead, Titans Cowboys.
Oh, Wyatt Raymond. He's a Townsville local. So grew up reffing down at TDJRL. And so I think this is his third time he's reffed against the Cows.
Okay, yep.
So, yeah.
Good to see. Local boy.
Nice Townsville guy.
I dig it. Unfortunately, not up here.
Goes against us, but you know.
You reckon it goes against us? Trying not to be biased?
Trying not to be biased. So I usually go against the other way.
Oh, come on, ref. We need a hand. Just give us a hand. Now, Rob has unfortunately given us, he's put a little comment on the run sheet here. And he'll get pissy at me if I don't read it. In reference to Wyatt Raymond being a talented boy, he says, He helped the Broncos beat the Sharks last week, so he needs to make up for that. Oh dear. Okay,
The Sharks
Rob.
shot themselves in the foot, though.
Yeah, they kind of did a bit. All right, so moving on, we got to give a quick plug to Molly's, who is an amazing sponsor of this podcast. Tuesday, $15 crumb steak night. Wednesday, $20 beer and burger night. Thursday, trivia night with a cash prize, actual cash prize, not tickets and vouchers.
Nice.
Friday is $15 palmy with a choice of Italian, American, Hawaiian, or Indian toppers. And Saturday is otherwise known as Cobblicious Saturday, a $15 cob loaf to share with a choice of free fill-ins. Head to the Facebook page or website to book a table at Molly Malones, the best Irish pub in North Queensland, specifically Townsville. So we might move on to the multi. What do you reckon, boys?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll quickly play about 2 seconds of this before we get kicked off YouTube. So,
YouTube's happy. It's Spotify
Oh,
that
it's
gets all
Spotify?
sad about it.
all right, so we'll quickly do that over the top and then we'll quickly kill it. So, Pistol can't be with us this week. He's on the bench, unfortunately. I think he's got a pulled hammy or maybe an MCL or something like that.
I think I saw him flipping a coin at the AFL the other night and done his hamstring.
I don't know if that was a setup or not. I saw an interview. Did you see Channel 7 interviewed the guy?
Yeah.
So for everyone who doesn't know, they normally get someone to flip the coin. They get a sponsor, celebrity, or a kid, or something like that, right? So I got this guy. I believe he was like the manager of like a fairly large Hyundai dealership. I'm led to believe down in Melbourne somewhere, right? Sponsor of a team. So he comes out, flips a coin, does his hammy live on air. Okay. So then the next day, he got door stopped. Right, leaving like the clinic. Like, your players get the scan done.
Yeah.
So they've door stopped him. He's got the Hyundai dealership shirt on, which has already raised me as a little bit suspicious that this is a bit of a setup. He's coming out from the scan and they say, what happened? How's your hammy? And he goes, oh, look,
He'd be playing it for everything.
He is, because he comes
has to.
out and he says, I'll be out for probably 6 to 7 coin flips. He has leaned into this so much. And then he gets away with promo on a dealership. And I'm like, I don't know if this is real or if this is just a huge elaborate setup. Because did you see about 2 months
It's
before?
a great marketing ploy.
It's amazing. And did you see the
Absolutely
Marmalade Boys? Did you see when they did the coin flip and they pretended he went up? Have you seen that?
No.
Do you know who Marmalade is on Instagram? So they're
Can't say that
basically some AFL kind of influencers, right? They go to the games and they do kick comps and they're kind of social media, right?
Yeah, righto.
So they did one where there's this guy called Shrey, right? And he plays in the Rezzies. So he comes up, he's flipping the coin, right? So he comes up, he flips it, and then what he does is he looks up and he does these ones like this, like he's flipped it up to the moon.
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, it hits the ground and the players are looking at, okay, heads or tails. He's still looking up in the sky, right? Like he's done the biggest coin flip in the world. It went viral. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't a stitch up because that's his.
Oh, no.
That's the bruising in his leg. There.
Wow, so this is legit pulled a hammy.
No, he legit pulled a hammy.
How do you pull a hammy flipping a coin? Like it's all in the wrist, as people know. Like that is unbelievable.
Yeah, he literally just walked in and just flipped that thing over and then bang.
That is amazing. Have you seen the video, Hendo?
Yeah, I've seen the video of it. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. All right, so we will move on to the multi. So Pistol's done a multi, and we've done a multi in the podcast room as well. So Pistol's multi, he's basically, what has he done here? He's done 7 bets, but he has helpfully screenshotted 2 of them and not actually put the other bets in. So we will have to update you on the socials with the actual multi. I can tell you the winnings are $4,440. It's a 7-legger for a $20 bet. It includes Tom Dearden anytime try scorer and Cowboys 51 plus. That is as much as I can tell you at the moment. We'll have to leave you in some suspense because he's actually not screenshotted the rest of it, which is very helpful. Thanks, Pete.
It's only 2 legs.
It's only 2 legs?
Yeah, 2 legs. It's Tom Dearden and Cowboys 51 plus.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why it's so high? I'm looking at his I'm looking at his 7 bets he's already got on. That's what I looked at. I saw the 7 because I looked at the payout and I'm like, this must be a really big one, but it's a 51
Cowboys
plus.
51
Cowboys
plus.
51 plus.
I just
would be
haven't read the screenshot.
I mean, Tom Dearden would be putting about $1.01 on top of those odds because if we get 51 plus, he scores at least twice.
Yeah, easily.
I've got to apologise to Pistol now for saying he did it wrong, but I read it wrong. So apologies for Pistol. So we've done a pod multi of the people who actually managed to make it in for the podcast. Hendo, do you want to tell us what yours is?
We're going through. Is mine the last leg on Sunday?
I think you
Sunday
probably
morning?
are the last leg.
No,
yeah.
I think. Oh no, I'm Saturday night now.
I
Yeah,
realised I
so-
better quickly just pop these in so we actually have a value.
A value.
Yeah. So if you want to just
So
tell us about
mine,
yours.
mine, I'm going because my staple for the year in Marky Mark is on a bye this week. I cannot put him in, so I've gone to the UFC.
I like it.
So we are going the underdog Charles Oliveira, just head to head,
Straight head to head. So
straight head to head.
you're not going a submission or
I'm
a
not going the
KO.
submission, even though that was
Yep.
paying double.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Charles Oliveira.
He's got heavy hands. I
Yeah.
think he knocked out. Did he knock out Michael Chandler? Or he knocked out someone. It could have been even going back to like Frankie Edger or someone like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So he can punch. He can
Yeah.
punch. I reckon that's a good bet.
He's a big,
Hendo.
scary bloke.
He's a
I
unit.
wouldn't be want to face him in a dark alley.
I'll tell you one thing, Hendo. The champ has a name, and that name is Charles Oliveira, as he likes to say. Billy, you have a leg in here too, which is a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, so we were going, when we did a Not Pistols multi a few weeks ago, we wanted to throw in an F1 leg, but we didn't end up doing it. But having a good think about it tonight, and I reckon that I was going to go Piastri for the win, but I'm going to go Piastri for pole position
I like
in
that
qualifying.
a lot. I reckon that's a smart one.
Because anything can happen in a race,
Mm-hmm.
but I reckon he's the fastest one out there. So let's get behind our Aussies and get another $3 on the odds.
I reckon that's genius. That is a really smart move by you, thinking it through. Unlike Pistol Pete on his multi, I've taken a little bit of a simple way out. I've betted on the AFL again because I feel like I have better returns on the AFL. I think it's a little bit easier to bet on. The NRL seems to be a few upsets everywhere, and
The competition's so close.
it is. And you used to be able to bet on the Panthers and the Storm, and you'd be pretty confident. And now, like, you just have no idea what's going on. So I've wussed out. I've gone the Gold Coast Suns head to head against Melbourne in Gold Coast. So Fortress Gold Coast, paying $1.39. We go $20 on that. Power play that bad boy. We're paying. Look, I'll be honest, Billy. It's not quite as much as Pistols.
Oh, well, we're not going 51 plus for the Cowboys either.
It's about $4,000 less than Pistols. We're looking just under 400, $397.50.
That's not a bad Sunday.
It's pretty good. And look, traditionally, our podcast multi does tend to pay off a little bit easier, shall we say, than
So it's at 39 to 1,
yeah, it's
39.70.
yeah, it is. Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we'll chuck both up on the socials.
See
and you
that,
can copy our bets.
I like those odds. You can chuck $4 on that and you can win over $100, like nearly
Yeah, it's good.
$100.
I reckon that's good value.
Hey.
Good value.
Yeah.
There's
Get 'em.
$5 bonus bets.
Get amongst it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as always, if you do copy our multi and it pays off, then just sling us a little 10% if you can, please, as a little finder's fee. Moving on to the tipping comp. How did you guys go this week? Do you know?
2.
You got 2.
Mm-hmm.
I
Man,
think it was
lots of people use jokers this
5.
week too.
It's been a rough comp for me, I'll be honest. What did I get? I got 4.
I got 4 or 5.
Yeah, look, I'm happy with 4. If I get 4, it's probably a good week for
I
me.
got 4.
So I got no complaints there.
I'm bummed because the last buy round I got a perfect round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you joker it?
No, I did not.
The old joker on the buy? I've seen a few people do that.
Yeah.
I tried to get Pistol to joker a buy, but I couldn't get him to do it. So we'll quickly go through the top 10. So on the overall, Reggie Bacon, 82 points with a very good 216 margin. We got Kirky second, Flopster 77 in third, followed up by Cal, BJK 1984, full stop 0459. For Irk, MB Sports Fan, Mr. T, Golden Points, Townsville Man is in 10th. Pistol Blazing Two Guns is in 28th, which is a stunning season for Pistol. 45th is Rob on the Ranch. 74th is yours
Pistol.
truly. What are you at?
I've passed Pistol.
You passed Pistol?
Yeah, I'm in 21st.
Oh, I tell you what, Hendo, that is a good season. That is a good season.
I told him I was coming for him.
Yeah, and did
And
you hear him?
Threw me under the bus. He always fades away.
Oh, says Pistol. But Potato's gone 78th, so a little bit of a fall for the Potato, which is good. I've actually overtaken the Potato, so, props to me. It is a bit harsh.
Always good to beat an inanimate object.
Yeah, if you're getting beaten by basically a 50-50, then, like that doesn't say much for your skill. And Cowboy Chicken, Billy, 92.
Yeah, falling back, nearly back on page 3.
But
8 places off page 3.
You're on 63 points and I'm on 66. So realistically, like one round and you could be up 20 or 30.
Yeah, for sure.
20 or 30.
I want to shout out the person in 15th. I'm Bateman.
That is good. That is good.
That is a good name.
That's definitely a good shout for best name.
I really appreciate the names on here. They are absolute corkers. The Patreon tipping comp, we got number 1, Hawk for Life, is equal leading on 75 with Sugar Glider winning on margin 202 to 225. Cody O'Hara 7 is always consistently up the top. Valentine Flo Holmes. Is anyone a marine biologist? Thank you, Billy. Catastrophe on 6. Pistol Blazing Two Guns on 7. Swiss Cowboy. Shout out to Carsten. Hope things are going good in your neck of the woods on 8th. Rob on the Ranch 9. And Chris Reed is 10th. And I am somewhere below there.
Equal second.
Yes. Sorry, Hendo?
Equal second.
Equal second. That is going well. That is going well. Very well.
Very good.
All right, so we'll quickly bash out some tips. So what I'll do, because we've got 2 missing people, I will add them in as we go around the grounds. So round 17, starting Thursday, Combank Stadium, 7:50 p.m. It's for margin game. We got number 8 Penrith playing number 1 Bulldogs. We'll go clockwise from me. Billy, what say you?
I'm going to go the Bulldogs.
The Bullies?
Yeah, because, it depends. If Cleary's playing this week, then I'll go the Bulldogs. And if he's not, then I should go the Panthers. Because he seems to be winning. They
probably fair.
Are winning more games without him, it seems.
Can we check that?
I was playing at the time that the Panthers played last week, so I didn't see that game at all. Did Panthers play well, or did Warriors just shit the bed?
I got no idea, to be honest with you. I had a very, very slack weekend of watching NRL.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I saw the Cowboys game, and that was about it for me.
Yeah, right.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
And after that, I'm kind of happy I didn't see any others anyway.
Yeah.
So Rob has gone to Bulldogs, Pistol has gone to Bulldogs, and the Potato has also gone to Bulldogs. So I think we're all on the Bulldogs.
We're all on the Doggies.
And margin, I've got 8 points. What about you guys?
8.
I've gone 12.
Rob's gone 8 points, and Pistol has gone, unusually for him, he's gone 4.
Ooh,
well,
normally he's doing like the 30s and 40s. So
up there.
He must truly be sick because this is very unlike Pistol. The next game is 6 p.m. at 4 Pines Park on Friday. We got number 10 Manly against number 14 Tigers. Billy.
Oh, you just throw shit at the wall and see it sticks here, eh?
Well and truly.
Yes.
I'm just going to go the Tigers because Manly's burnt me way too many times this year and stuff them. I've gone for the method of Manly at 4 Pines Park at least 4 times this season, and it's just the Tigers wiped the floor with them.
It's rough. It's a tough one.
I've gone Manly.
It's probably one of the less watched game of the round, I'd say.
Yeah.
The Manly for you?
I've got no hope.
I'm going Manly too. I don't have any particular hope in this at all. It's just because they're playing at home. Rob has gone Manly. Pistol has gone Tigers. No surprise there. And the Potato has gone Manly. Moving on to the next game, McDonald Jones Stadium. We've got 13 Newcastle playing Raiders in second place. Billy, what do you think about this?
It's got to be the Green Machine.
Green Machine.
Up the milk.
Up the milk for Hendo. I'm also going to Green Machine with a Viking clap. Rob Sensible has gone Canberra, and no surprise, Pistol has gone Canberra too, his second favourite team. And the Potato has gone for Knights, so hopefully they get a loss there. Moving on to Super Saturday, Suncorp, shock, 3 p.m. Brisbane playing at home. Billy, what do you reckon?
Yeah, up the wires.
I should say they're playing Warriors.
Yeah, stuff the Broncos, up the wires.
Up the wires, Hendo?
Flipping a coin on this one.
Walshy should be playing?
Warriors to bounce back.
Do we know if Walsh is playing? I haven't checked the team list to tell you the truth.
I'll be onto it.
All right, well, we'll go back quickly. I'm going to go Brisbane unless...
Reece did play last week.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's playing. So assuming he's playing, I'm going Brisbane at home. Rob is going Brisbane at home. Pistol is going the Wars. No surprise there. But Potato is going to Broncos. And he is listed at fullback Reece Walsh. So I will stick with my tip of Brisbane Broncos at home. Okay, so Wynn Stadium, 5:30. We've got the Dragons in 11th playing Parramatta in 15th. What do we think, boys? Billy?
Yeah, give me the Dargans.
Dargans?
I reckon a dragon wrecks an eel every day of the week. So
yeah,
same for you.
Dragons.
Yeah, I just can't.
Eels have lost Moses and Dylan Brown.
Eels are a mess.
They've got
Unless they're playing in Darwin, I'm not tipping Eels.
Rob, that's a good winning theory.
That's it. That's why I'm 70.
They're not playing anymore.
Are they?
No, Dolphins have now gone over there.
Oh, look, that's a smart move.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Morgan will never back the Eels again.
I'm off the Eels officially, everybody listening. I'm going the Dragons. Rob has gone the Dragons too. Pistol has gone the Dragons. The Potato has gone the Eels, which makes all the sense in the world. Following on from that, at a core stadium, Rabbitohs 16th playing the Dolphins, who are currently 9th. Billy?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Dolphins after the way that they beat us the other week, and then the way that they've also been going as well has just been absolutely unreal. So
yeah,
it's not the Queensland team that anyone expected to be playing this well, but I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Give me the Finns.
But then the way that they beat us, but then turned around and lost the week after.
Yeah, well, no one ever plays good after they play the Cowboys. We've always said this.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. This is another one of our stats.
I have gone Dolphins though.
I keep bitterly saying, as just a sore loser, I keep saying we play everyone else into form, but they do tend to lose after we played us. It must be our heat. They just get worn out from us. The heat in Townsville's meant to be on our side, but it doesn't work for us.
No.
But maybe it works for next week. Maybe that's the secret.
Although it is a bit of a warmer winter I've noticed so far. Like we had that.
It is a little.
We had a cold week there, and then it's just back to
that wasn't even cold though.
No.
Oh, well, it is for me.
That was
It was 8 degrees at my place. Not Sunday gone, the one before. That was cold.
Yeah.
Good excuse to light a fire. If you need any hand with lighting a fire, don't call Pistol. I am going the Dolphins, and Rob has also decided to go the Dolphins. Pistol has also decided the Dolphins as well. We're all in on Queensland. The Potato is fins up too. So moving on to Sunday, Amy Park, we've got the 3rd-ranked Storm playing the 6th-ranked Sharks. What do you think about that, Billy?
Yeah, I think the Storm are just one of those teams that I'll back every single week because if they don't win, there's usually a good reason for it. So
that's true.
And the Sharks have a soft underbelly. So
yeah, Storm for me.
Storm for me. I'm also going to Storm, especially at home. I think they're pretty unbeatable at home. Unbackables from a punting sense of things. Rob has gone the Storm. Pistol has surprisingly gone to Storm too. I thought he would go with Sharks, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
And
what happened to the Cowboys climb, Pistol?
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's all talk. And
that's why he's sliding.
Exactly. Pistols on a slide. And the Storm is also backed in by the Potato. Moving on to Sunday at 4:05. Basically, the last game of the round could be the game of the round. It certainly is for us. At Cbus Super Stadium in the beautiful suburb of Robina, we got the Gold Coast Titans, who are 17th, playing the mighty North Queensland Cowboys, who are 12th and hanging on with our fingernails. What say you, Billy?
Yeah, you know me.
Going
I don't even need to say it.
Going to
I've
Cows?
talked way too much shit to not back the Cowboys, so up the Cowboys.
Yeah, I've gone Cows this week.
So traditionally, I've been the one in the group who maybe is willing, or Rob too, but is willing to be a little bit.
Yeah, Rob's got one strike. You've got at least three or four.
I've got a couple.
I've got more than my fair share this year
I'm trying to bet with my head and not over it.
that I've got right.
I am going to hope that they don't disappoint me. I'm backing in our team. Better together, stronger as one. Blah blah blah.
Believe belong.
Believe belong for the butcher in Benara and the carpenter in Cloncurry. And what else we got?
The hitchhiker in Hughenden.
The hitchhiker in Hughenden, which we need to come to in a second.
The miner in Moranbah.
Miner in Moranbah. The architect in Alpha. And we'll go one more. Let's go what's something in
the
Rocky?
Brookie in Barcaldine.
Barcaldine. What about Rocky? What do we got in Rocky? We got what's a roofer?
The Wrangler. Or the
Wrangler?
Roofer.
Oh, that's a W.
Oh, it's still right.
It's still right. We've got the Wrangler. We've got the Wrangler and Rocky. I'm going the North Queensland Cowboys. So unsurprisingly, Pistol has gone to Cowboys. Rob has gone to Cowboys. It's always good when he backs us in. And the Potato has gone to Titans. How dare it? How rude. And that basically wraps up the round. Any of you boys going to Joker this week?
No.
No?
You know what? I should.
But there's a bye. The Roosters have a bye. Just a heads up.
Yeah, that's normal though.
That's normal. So you happy with that?
Yeah.
There we go. And thank you. My tips are in. Thank you, Hendo.
Yeah.
Yep, thanks for looking after me.
Not a
Billy.
problem.
No.
Yep. I appreciate you boys keeping
Yeah.
my tips.
Yeah, it turned out it was Morgan Lover.
Yes.
Was it Morgan Lover?
Yeah, one of the other Morgans in the
Yeah.
comp didn't put their tips in. I had a near on heart attack because I really go to the effort to make sure my tips are lodged.
Oh,
I go so far as to doing it twice
Yeah.
to make sure that they are actually in there. And then sometimes I close the app and reopen it just to make sure they're there.
Refresh.
Yes, but thank you for keeping an eye out for my tips, boys. All right, that basically comes to the end of the show. Now, we've got a little bit of a new segment we've been trying. Basically, it's a bit of a free-for-all. We got 5 minutes if you guys want to talk about anything or something got you go this week, someone cut you off in traffic you want to complain about, anything you guys want to open the floor. We do have a little bit of a video here to play. That we can roll with, but I'll quickly get that queued up while you guys have a quick chat. I think Billy's just seen it. It is a darts controversy, which we'll come to. Anything you guys want to run with?
Just the caravanners on the road.
Caravanners. You've been doing a bit of highway driving lately?
Bit of highway driving lately.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, did Cairns trip 2 weeks ago for a footy carnival, and then out Hughenden this weekend. Just gone for another footy game.
Oh, well, tell us about Hughenden.
yeah.
I want to hear about the Hughenden footy carnival. The Hughenden
Hawks.
So you get the triple road trains heading that way too,
Yeah.
which is
At
fantastic.
least I know how to drive, though.
Yeah,
Like professional.
they know what to indicator and call you around.
Yeah, but they also they're also trying their hardest, but they got 100 plus tons on the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well and truly.
Actually, that's another gripe that I've got a gripe too, but I'll let you go.
So yeah, no,
Oh, it's just the caravans.
just people not using indicators and
What do you find is the worst type of caravan? Because you got the RVs, the kind of American Winnebago styles, which I think are starting to get more popular around Australia. And then you got the actual true rinky-dink caravans. What do you reckon is the worst type out there?
the older caravans that are towed by vehicles that are not up to scratch.
A little undersized.
A little undersized.
Yep.
that Just always speed up for the overtaking lanes.
I don't understand why people do that.
Slow down.
I have no idea why people do that. Like, what's in it for you? It makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
I think some people just want to watch the world burn, to be honest.
I think they
Yeah.
do.
Had one on the way back. It was a road train, then a caravan, and then us. Like we're just in the Triton, sitting on the 110.
But then if you drive a Land Cruiser, like 80 series like mine with no turbo, it'll do 100.
Yeah.
But if someone's doing 95 and then you want to overtake them in an overtaking lane and then they speed up,
You can't.
it creates a massive problem for you.
Yeah.
And then when you cut them off because you're sort of forced into it, then they're throwing their arms at you and you just think,
yeah,
use your brain,
Well,
mate.
we've come up to the overtaking lane. Old mate in the caravan hasn't pulled out straight away. So I think, sweet, he's letting us get around him, and then he's going to take off and take the road train on.
The right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lo and behold, we get up, we get beside his caravan. Then all of a sudden, no indicator.
Oh, it just pulls.
He just starts coming across.
Oh, lovely.
Coming across.
Yep.
And then by the time we're at his front door, we're on the third lane. We're
kidding.
3 abreast.
You're kidding.
Luckily there's no cars coming the other direction.
Yep.
But yeah, we're 3 abreast with a road train and a
no.
caravan.
What a
Us.
shocker. That is so dangerous.
Yeah. What drives me mental is where the truck stop is heading towards Charters Towers, just outside of town there.
Yep.
You'll often have fully loaded road trains leaving there, heading towards Charters Towers, and it's a great big hill from there,
Right,
up
straight
to the
there.
110 zone. So when they built that facility, they should have added an extra lane down the outbound side of the highway.
Yeah,
so
a
then
slow lane.
exactly, so the trucks can, because all it does is because I know for a fact that I get the shits when I'm pulling down there and I see a road train pull up at the lights, and I think, well, instead of me being home in 2 minutes, I'm home in 15 sometimes. Probably not 15 is an exaggeration, but
It feels like it.
instead of doing 100, you have to do. I think by the time I turn into Oak Valley, the triple's doing about 35, 40 k's an hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll just sit behind it because I know I'm just up the road. But then it also creates a lot of impatience in other drivers, which you can't expect everybody to just be patient all the time.
No.
And people make dumb decisions and cause accidents.
Yep.
For the price of an added lane down that side of the road, I think it would have created a lot less headaches for a lot of people, and it just would have made sense.
I've got something with that I've thought about quite often because we're in West End here in the podcast studio over Poddock. And look, without trucks, Australia stops, right?
Absolutely.
But hear me out. Often what happens is leaving the port, heading north, they're going down Wilcox Street, right? Now, you got normally 2 lanes. Sometimes it breaks down to 3 lanes. I think the truck should stay in the left-hand lane, right? Line up like a convoy style. And then you leave the right-hand lane open for cars. What really is annoying is when you get stuck behind trucks that take both lanes up, and it basically just completely like roadblocks the whole road, right? Whereas if they just stuck to one lane on the left, then it would actually provide like a fast lane that people could go past, especially when they're taken off fully loaded from the port. They got containers and fertilizer and stuff.
Yeah, when I did my truck license, they did say, just even if it is 90 k's or under, sorry, if it's under 90 k's an hour, where it's not the law to stay in the left lane, just do it anyway.
It'd be so much nicer around Townsville.
It's
You'll
just
find
courtesy.
a lot of the ones that stick in the right-hand side lane are going to turn right
Eventually.
down the way.
down to Ingham Road or down
I mean,
somewhere.
but that's ages
it's-
away. Like,
yeah.
it's 5 minutes away, though. Go the speed they take off sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, but I get it. I'm not having a go at truckies, but that would be nice if they could just stick to the left of me, please. Thank you.
If you see a little white beamer sitting behind you, arm waving at the
Pretty
window,
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. No,
it's not Morgan.
they could crush my car, so I will be very polite. Billy, you had something?
Yeah, that was my thing before.
Oh, that
with
was
the added
okay.
lane.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Rob for that one.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Hendo, you have a bit of a tournament report of the Huon Hawks, I believe.
The Midwest.
Yep.
So we combined with Richmond, Julia Creek, and Huondon.
Yep.
So we combined with them and entered into the Great Barrier Reef Masters Games in Cairns.
Up in Cairns.
So played up in there 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Ended up taking out the comp.
Congratulations.
So
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Played well.
How do you go?
I went really well.
Yeah.
Yep. I was called T-Rex.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Because I missed a couple tackles.
That's
and
right.
so I had the
Couple of missed
arms.
tackles is right. You got to be in the game tackling to have a missed tackle. That's what
It was my turn to get put down.
Yeah, right. Okay.
My turn to have a bad game.
Okay. Yep. Oh,
So,
well, win the
yeah.
tournament. Congratulations. How many
Yeah.
games did you play to get to the finals? The grand
It was
finals, I
round
should
robin.
say.
There's only 4 teams in it.
Yep.
So yeah, just played 5 games.
Congratulations. Any football coming up we should know about that you're in?
Coming up, not until September.
Yep.
At this point in time.
Okay.
We're combining with the Townsville Fireys.
Okay.
So this is sort of the last hurrah for the Hawkies.
And then what happens to
So-
the Hawkeys? Are they getting folded in?
No, well, we're combining.
Yep.
So we're going to be the Townsville Firehawks.
Well, Fireworks has a good ring to it. I
Yeah.
don't mind that.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah. So that we're playing in the carnival in September.
Okay. In
and
Townsville?
then in Townsville.
Yeah, yep.
And then
Masters?
there's Masters.
Yep.
And then there is trying to organise a tournament with Proserpine.
Oh, okay.
So there'll be a 3-way. We'll play Prosy, we'll play in Townsville, play in Hill.
Yeah, right.
So nice trip away.
That sounds like a really nice. I imagine maybe if you're in the area, Airlie Beach might be a very
Well,
suitable
it's-
venue to
it-
drop in for a
it's-
couple cold ones.
Well, it'll probably be stay in Airlie Beach and just drive to Prosy for the game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a smart move.
That's more like it.
I remember back in the day, this is showing my age. I remember Club Crocodile used to be a place
Yep.
where everyone would stay.
Yep.
Cheap.
Club Croc.
Cheap.
It was
It was
good.
cheap, and now I believe it's just cheap and nasty. It's been a while since I've been there. I think last time I did stay there, it was a little bit on the unlooked after side of things.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah,
Haven't been there in quite a while.
I remember I spent some of schoolies there. Is probably the last time I was there. So maybe it is amazing now, but I remember schoolies. It was showing it.
Last time
Could have been the fact it was full of drunken kids.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't helping.
I think got my tat was the last time I was there.
In Airlie?
It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, right. Did they do an RBT before you got the tat?
No.
Just to check how you were going?
No.
Yeah, okay. All right, very good, very good. I am a clean skin. Billy, you got any tats?
No, yeah.
Have we discussed this on air?
No.
Oh, do you want to discuss it on air?
No.
No, I got a feeling. I got a feeling maybe
No,
not.
I got a dumb tattoo across my ass cheek. It says hashtag C word of the North.
Yeah, right, okay.
With a little North Star underneath it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Maybe that could be,
Mum was real happy.
maybe if you lose the tipping comp, maybe you just
When I
have
was
to
in
get that out.
Cairns, I had the side of my head shaved.
Yep.
So
Okay.
going the full Ragnarok.
That's not bad. I don't
And,
mind that. That'd be a good look for you.
We few sherbets at Gilligan's.
Yep. Gillies.
And then we were in the night markets walking around.
Yep.
And they have those
Rusties.
Yeah, 21-day like temporary tattoos.
Yep.
So
Oh,
yeah.
That would have been
So
cool.
the side of my head was completely tattered
Oh, my
for
Lord.
3 weeks.
That would have been a good look.
So yeah.
Look, that would have been intimidating.
I
on the
wore a
path.
cap. I wore a cap for work.
Yeah, no, fair call. Fair call.
Yeah.
Fair call.
I didn't tell my mother, and then went over there
And she was
and she just
not so amused?
not happy
no.
at all.
Oh,
Not,
it's
not
only-
knowing that they weren't real.
I could see her not loving that too much for sure.
Would have been a good little stitch up for a bit.
Oh,
there.
it was great. And it was one of them was a goat's face with a goatee, horns, and
Yeah, like the full
and
devil symbol.
and a blunt out the mouth. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, good quality.
That sounds,
actually-
that sounds like a good real one.
Actually, might get it, just not on my head.
Yeah, okay.
So
Maybe just on the cheek.
yeah,
All right. So Rob has put something he wants me to get away with here at the end of the show. Basically, we've had a little bit of a focus on darts this year on the ranch, particularly with Luke Littler in the Maltese. So there's a little bit of a darts controversy out of the UK. Pro darts player James Wade unleashes a devastating fart in front of opponent, causes a delay of game due to the smell. It's the second time James Wade has used this tactic against opponents, insisting this time it just slipped out.
the
Hang on,
silent
just-
but deadly.
The silent but deadly, and that is one hell of a tattoo you've got there, Hendo. That is outrageous. Now, Rob has kindly linked us a video that he'd like me to play, which I believe is proof that James Wade let one rip. But you be the judge. Hopefully there's not an ad when I hit play on this, but there could be. So strap yourself in, listeners.
They've met numerous times over the years, and there's not a great deal between them.
No, they certainly ought to, Mark, didn't they? And the last time they met was here in the World Grand Prix, where it was a bit noisier inside the Mattioli back in October 2024 in the first round of the World Grand Prix when Wade won.
Have you last year? Give it a second if you want.
And Peter Wright looks slightly different.
You don't want 9 more, do you?
I thought we were going to hear it. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I talked over it. Sorry. I right when we got to the good bit, I started talking because I thought that was it. We'll hit replay on that.
You don't want 9 more, do you?
So that is the Professional Darts League. That's a kind of professional
sloppy.
athletes we're betting on. And one of the players here has a Hendo tat. Did you see that? Have a look. This guy here in the green, he literally has a Hendo tat right there. Look at that. You could be a darts player, Hendo. You should get around it. That basically wraps up the episode this week. A quick one, you can find us on Instagram at On The Ranch. You can find us on The Ranch on Facebook. Rob, who's not here this week, is XR Bob on Twitter. Pistol is at On The Spot Facebook page when he actually does a video. Hopefully he does a nice little pump-up video for Game 3 of the Origin Decider. You can find me, Morgan Holmes Evans, on the socials, and Fusion Networks is the business if you want to jump over and give us a like. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me muddle my way through the show. I'm completely unguided by Rob or Pete, and Billy and Hendo. Thank you for coming on and joining me.
Not a problem.
You're
See you
welcome.
next time.
Much appreciated. I appreciate you coming in. I would have been pretty lonely with just myself. So till next week, go the Cowboys, and I will hit this button which gets us the music going, and go the Cows.
Yep, let's hope for a better week.
Fingers crossed. Let's go Cowboys.
Up the Cowboys.